beat, beat, beat of the tom-tom when the jungle shadows fall, like the tick-tick-tock of a stately clock as it stands against the wall, like the drip, drip, drip of the raindrops when the summer shower is through. So a voice within me keeps repeating you, 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 night and day. You are the one. There's only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are. I think of you night and day.
Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday.
And night.
It's Tuesday. It's the last day of March. Thank God. Thank God, the last day of March. Hopefully, April goes a little faster than March.
I don't think April's going to go faster than March.
Let's hope it does.
I don't think April's going to go fast at all compared to March.
It is the Knockem Comedy Radio Show. It's on govsradio.com. Coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown, New York. Happy birthday, Amy Rhiannonworth. Sweet on jazz, night and day. Amy Rhiannonworth, our friend, our pal, our family. She sat right over here. Actually, I think over here.
Singing her heart out.
Sang, what was that? The Venus. Remember, she sang Venus.
Did she?
Right there. Yep.
She's great.
Very great. Very great. She's fantastic. And happy birthday to Amy, the lovely and talented Amy Rhiannonworth. Happy birthday.
The love of life of Elio.
The love of life.
Love of his life. Life of his love.
Hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, Danielle Asher. Hello, Derek. Sallie's watching. What a very brassy start to today's show. I think we should start every show with a song, at least during this time.
I was actually not thinking about a song because, we get like in trouble,
Well, yeah,
Facebook mutes us and stuff.
a
But
song
I was
that
like,
we can play.
I was actually thinking, it's funny you brought that up because it. Ha, 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 ha. I was kind of thinking it was, we're lacking music, we're on this show because we can't play a lot of songs because it seems like the more views we've gotten, the more strict Facebook is on every little thing we do. So we have to be really careful. But I was thinking I miss music and music talk and, I don't know. I think you're like a wealth of information. So I thought like maybe we could do like a segment each day, like just a little bit, like, and, use your brain on things. Like I was thinking this morning, like you have all this stuff in your head that, most of us don't know. That's like interesting tidbits of information. Like if I said something to you, like, tell us something about, the Who today, like pick one of their members or something interesting that you, like I'm sure everyone knows but me, but like I didn't know that the drummer of the Who is Keith Moon's or Ringo Starr's son. To
their current
replace
drummer,
that replaced Keith Moon. Like I thought that was really interesting. I found that out like a couple of years ago. Like, oh my goodness, Ringo Starr's son is the drummer of The Who.
Well, whether we're talking about music or anything else, well, first off, they're not interesting tidbits.
That's so not true.
But secondly, whether it's music or anything else, we could we have to line up guests and just, FaceTime with them on the screen. And, but especially the musicians, they can still play. They can just play, on the old FaceTime.
Sure. But what's wrong with doing like a interesting tidbit segment? You're like shooting down my ideas. I'm going to complain.
I'm just not
convinced. We have a complaint box now in the studio, so I'm going to be the first complaint. There's even a pad that says you can log your complaints here.
That's not what it says.
Well, it should.
Oh. I'm just not convinced that, we have music shows, we have jam, we have punk rap, etc. that does a lot of music.
You have low self-esteem.
I'm just not convinced that doing, music talk is the way to go here.
Let's try it out. Tell me one interesting thing about The Who that you wouldn't think most people would know. That's really fascinating.
Well, Mark White says, don't play any music, just talk about it. Seems that Facebook hears my songs and says meh.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. If it wasn't for Facebook, we never would have heard your music or know you, Ken Pichelle, and that led to one of your wonderful songs being the theme song to A New Day, which is on govsradio.com.
Back to your tidbit of information about the Who that you're stalling
I'm sorry,
and trying
what-
to change the subject.
what-
I don't
what-
have ADHD, so you're not going to get me off this.
What did you want to know about them?
Just tell me something interesting about the Who, whether it's one of the members, something about the band, something that you're like, oh, I always thought that was cool. Like I just said about the Keith Moon replacement.
Well, he didn't. He didn't replace. He was not the first one to replace.
Well,
Keith
you don't
Moon.
get to criticize my tidbit. You
I'm
just
not
get
criticizing
to come up
him.
with your own.
You wanted tidbits. I'm telling you, he wasn't the first one to replace Keith Moon. All right, so I'll tell you that. So yeah, Zach Starkey, Ringo Starr's son, is the current drummer of the Who. He's been drumming for the Who since 1996.
It's just a really long time.
Keith Moon was his godfather.
Mm-hmm.
And Keith Moon is the one who taught him how to play drums. He didn't even learn from his own father, Ringo Starr, drummer of the Beatles. He learned how to play drums from Keith Moon.
See, I think that's really interesting. You don't think people would think that's interesting?
Mark White, not interested in hearing about music, he says.
I'm not interested. Well, that's because you know everything, Mark. What about the rest? You're so selfish. What about the rest of us?
Derek Munispo says Roger Daltrey was amazing as Hugh Fitzcairn in Highlander the series. Never saw it. I didn't even know he was in it.
Was he in that? You know what? It's funny. You bring this up, Derek.
Hello, Carla.
Me and Sam watched Highlander, like the first movie with Sean Connery, just like 3 days ago. He's like, I want to see that one movie you talk about sometime. There can only be one. Tony won't see it.
Is that the whole story?
Well, it's a great movie. You just won't see it.
I'm not interested. And I'm not knocking the movie or anybody who likes it. It's just not something I'm interested in.
You don't like that theme of like Scotland, Irish. Like it's always like twisting your arm to get you to watch. Like he just saw Braveheart for the first time this year. First time.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Last year. Last summer.
Really?
What?
Okay, you're gonna critique what I say because I'm like
I didn't
it's
critique anything.
It's still 6 months ago. The first time you saw the movie.
Oh, well, you didn't say this. You didn't say within the past year. You said this year, 2020. So I'm saying I saw it. It's been almost a year since I've seen it.
I have to get my eye roll out because I'm sure everyone at
wait-
home is like,
wait a
"Holy
minute.
balls!"
Wait a minute, let's go
Did
back.
he really just stop the topic because she said this year and that was in February and March?
I don't have ADHD.
January.
Let's go back. Highlander is an Irish movie.
Scotland.
Scotland. It's a Scotland. What does it have to do with? I thought it was like a.
No, it's a period piece with swords and
Yeah, the swords and
Scotland
Renaissance shit, and that's so. But it's considered a Scottish movie because why? Because Sean Connery is the main character.
He's one of the main characters.
So that
yeah.
makes it a Scottish movie.
No, it's in the hills of Scotland. That's where it's filmed. Like, Braveheart is, kind of same area.
Ken Pichelle says it's
Jackie.
interesting. Mark White is yawning. Sorry, Mark White. Well, Mark White, what does he talk about other than chicken and making fun of people and their politics? What is Jeff Bosey saying there? Makes me wonder, after this huge break in entertainment, do you think the same energy and our material will be delivered the same? No, I don't. I think it's going to be fantastic. People are just going to be raring to go when all this is over. So there's going to be an energy. There's going to be an excitement. And I think there's going to be a lot of great comedy and great songs and great scripts that come out of this because hopefully their creative juices are flowing.
Yeah, I hope so
since
too.
Since they're hanging out at home. Did you see Joey Cola's video yesterday?
No. Oh, the painting thing?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. He is
Joey
funny.
Cola is doing another stand-up act this Saturday night at 8 o'clock. He's doing another one of his, his thinking is, normally on a Saturday night he'd be performing at a club somewhere. Since he can't, he's going to perform his act in his living room for you guys. That's this Saturday. We will share it when the time, probably afterwards because Don Sill has his show at 7 on Govs Radio.
Yeah.
Because now it's working on 3 weeks of not performing in front of an audience. that's not a problem for me.
I think when it's over, it's going to be like I lived in Palm Springs for a year and out in California, and it rains really statistically 3 times a year. So like that's it. And when it rains, it like freaking rains. And people, when it does rain, people just like come out of the house and they're like dancing in the streets because just to feel rain for the first time in 10 months is a big deal. I think that's how we're all going to react. We're going to be like, the only thing that I hope we keep, that we won't, but I hope we keep, is we're all outside walking, and it'd be nice to like walk outside with your dog and stop and chat with people afterwards. Now we just like walk past them and smile because we can't come too close. Like, it's nice to be all out and about, and I like that side of it. There are good aspects of all this that I really like, that I hope we keep.
I hope we don't keep social distancing. I still, I don't know. I can't even really. I'm still not even used to that term. Social distancing. Maybe because I just hate the whole concept. I mean, I understand it right now, but I just hope it doesn't become the norm.
Yeah, you know what I read today?
No.
Like this is the week that that Harry and Meghan are leaving their roles of the royal family.
Oh, they didn't leave already?
No, and they actually, I guess it's official today or yesterday, but
Even with what's going on, they're still like, it's not getting postponed.
It's at first, like, I mean, I still understand why they want to flee, because having your wife picked on is they want to live their lives with their little kids and not have to like deal with the bullshit of the media. I get that, but it's funny how they are leaving, because first they were going to go to Canada. And then last week they kind of like snuck out of Canada before the borders were closed, and they're in LA now. So they're going to try to like live in LA.
Oh, all right. So they want to leave the royal family, but you're telling me they snuck out of Canada, and that had nothing to do with the fact that they're part of the royal family.
Yeah, it's worse than that, because I was reading about it, and apparently they're going to be taken care of by Charles out of his private estate. So they're not even like on their own. Like, how is that just like not vacationing?
Right, a permanent vacation.
Yeah, how is that not vacationing? They're summering in LA
for the rest of their lives.
For the rest of their lives. And he still is in line. He doesn't have to leave the line of order of who gets to be king, so nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like nothing's really changed.
So 20 years from now he can go back and be king?
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe they just as a family decided, let's get these guys out of here because they're driving us crazy with being picked on by the media, and they just try to like.
Sounds like they're big babies to me.
Because it doesn't sound like they're like doing anything other than going to be living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
With Charles paying the bills.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing their English Corona into our states. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark White asks if you are insane.
Am I insane? What? I said a lot already today, so there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Mark is referring to.
Yeah. No.
The answer is yes, so either way.
No. The answer is no.
The answer is yes. Derek's, what?
No, go ahead.
No. I was just reading comments. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to talk about the U.S. Navy hospital that
The Navy hospital.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the Navy hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making fun
No,
of me.
no.
Oh, okay.
Not for once I was not.
But it was docked in New York City, and
Was it just one?
yeah, but check this
For some
out.
reason I thought it was two.
They have it took them like a few days to set it up, and they're not completely ready yet, but they're almost ready to go. They're not going to be taking care of coronavirus patients.
Right, they're taking care of everything
Everyone
but.
else, yeah.
Which I believe is also the Javits Center too, right? That's for people without corona.
Yeah, they're
or something
really.
else.
Like New York. They're just completely doing a great job. So there's 12 areas on the ship that are complete. Surgical teams, everything that you would need to do anything, and then there are 1,000 beds. on that
Oh,
ship.
is that right?
1,000. Isn't that crazy?
That's fantastic.
I know.
That's exactly what we need.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's equipped with operating tables, everything.
And I know Governor Cuomo, our governor here in New York, he also put together a sharing program where all the hospitals,
Oh, yeah, that was interesting.
like if I'm a hospital and I'm out of, I don't know, I'm out of robes, I can call your hospital and say, hey, you got any extra robes? Yeah, I got 50. I'll send them right over. Apparently, that was never
It was never
happening
established before,
It-
because there's two sets of like hospitals. There's the private hospitals like Columbia Presbyterian and Mount Sinai, and then like all the public hospitals that we probably go to if we don't have something crazy going on that we need to go to Columbia for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are two different systems, and so now they're rolling it out, which makes sense because it's not so much what they have they should share. It's just delivery is happening in different places. It's kind of like if all the like Stop and Shops got together and like, you're getting too much bread today, send some over to me on Tuesday. You're going to get another delivery Friday. So that's all being organized.
Yeah. Hello, Taz. Hello, Nancy Weems. Nancy, where do you live? She says it's raining where she is and it won't stop raining because she wants to go outside. Cannoli Italiano King. Forget about royal family. Stick to us lonely hearts. Mark White is complaining about the royal family, and please turn on the phones, he says. Mark, the phones are on. So I don't know if you've been trying to call and dialing the wrong number, but the phones are on. So is he telling you you're wrong about the royal family? I don't know what's going on there.
No, I don't know. He has many complaints about me.
But yeah, it was great. It was cool to see the ship, and I didn't know they were for non-corona patients.
Me either. I didn't. I actually when I like watched it, doc, and I thought, this is amazing. They can help so many people that are ill right now. But just the idea that the entire ship is, because if you think about it, that's what the cruise lines have dealt with. It runs through faster on a cruise line than it would, out in public. So it's really good that they're doing that. Yeah, it's a great idea.
What time is it? It's 11:22 because Governor Cuomo is doing a live webcast in 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What? I don't know if we should. Should we just stay on? What do you guys think? I know when Corona goes on, when Cuomo goes on, we seem to lose a lot of people. But
in 10 minutes or?
Yeah, at 11:30 it says.
Oh, all right.
Plus, we like to be able to update you on what he says. But let's see. So let's see here. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we? Oh, Derek is getting ready for his live show. Nancy Weems is down in Tennessee. Hello, Felix. Yeah, Nancy Weems. Derek is. If you haven't checked out Derek Mutispaw, Mr. Pop and Twist, he does a live video every day where he makes balloons. And he's got to go prep for his live show. What are you going on at the same time as us, Derek? You son of a bitch. I don't know. What do you think? Should we?
I don't know. I mean, let's just
keep going.
Why? Because you want to watch it too, or something?
I do like to watch it and update. But hello, Gina Conjemi Coffin. I was hoping somebody would call in. Says Mark. All right, the phone lines are open, man. Phone lines are open. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll just stay on till as usual. I guess, and then we can discuss tomorrow all the updates and what's happening.
Yeah, that's fine.
Felix says, let's stay on. Thank you, Felix. Oh, we're developing a new thing here at Govs Radio. First off, when things are back to normal, we have some new shows lined up. Jeff Bosey and Rich Rada, who were supposed to premiere their show on the day we had to shut the studio down. So they're on standby, but they're going to be coming on. Comedian Rich Walker is going to start doing a show. The Rich Walker Show. So we're all excited about that stuff. But in the meantime, as you guys know, we're a little limited with, obviously the studio is limited to just me and Sallie. And most of our shows are, trying out some kind of remote setup. And we thank you for your patience. We know the quality, the video quality, audio quality isn't what it should be, but they're doing the best they can from wherever they are. So it's much appreciated. Your patience and support is appreciated. But what we're doing starting Monday, we haven't even come up with a title yet. But what we're doing is each host, or most of the hosts of Gov Radio shows, are going to do like they're going to come on. We're going to come on every single day around 2:00, 7 days a week, and it'll be one of the hosts from all of our shows, and they're just going to talk about what's going on in their lives, at whether it's at that actual moment or just what's going on at home, just to give you guys a little glimpse into what's happening in our worlds, to kind of just to show you guys that we're all in this together and we're trying to figure out a way to stay sane and stay safe and keep ourselves occupied during a time like this. So we thought it could be a fun thing and interesting. So that's going to start this Monday. We haven't even worked out a schedule yet as to which host is going to go first, but it'll be a different host every day. Like Mike O'Toole, for example, said he might go into his garage and play a drum solo. He has a drum set in his garage.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool. So we're trying to work all those details out. We, like I said, haven't even worked out a title yet. I personally like Between 2 and 3. I think that's a cool title. It's a simple title for a simple concept.
And you could do whatever you want to do. It could be at home. It could be somewhere else, but something that you talk about, like your life between 2 and 3.
Hello, Greg DiFilippo. Hello, Valentina Janik.
Derek wants to defend himself. He is not doing a show at 1. You wrongly
He is doing a show
him.
at 1.
He is doing it at 1. Not
Lucky
now.
for you, Derek.
So instead of apologizing for accusing him, you threaten him more and you beat him up.
Oh, I should just go like this. I'm popping his balloons.
I'm sorry, Derek. We're still, it's a work in progress. We're working on this. Sorry.
Taz says, Mr. Sill, with an exclamation point. Is Don watching? Did I miss that? Hello, Carol Miner. Carol's husband, Mike, is a hero. He works on ventilators.
I think we should talk about boobies.
Hey! Speaking of Carol Miner.
For all you women out there who are in your sweatpants and comfortable outfits.
Yeah.
And save from booby talk. Hold on.
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who this be?
How you doing? This is Cannoli King.
Cannoli King, how are you?
I'm hot as hell. I'm calling from Florida. We're confined here. Yeah, we got pools in the backyard. Whatever. But let me tell you, man.
Tell me.
You can't walk from the front of your house to the mailbox and come back home. You got to change your underwear. That's how hot it is out here.
Well, that's not a bad thing if you're a woman.
If you're a woman, forget about it. Women out here smell like fish of the sea.
Well, that's why you got to stay in New York.
How's it going over there? You guys are quarantined?
Well, of course we are. It's quarantined, and everybody's going out of their minds and going nuts. Are you guys? What about you? Are you guys staying in yet, or what? That's all we keep hearing up here is how people in Florida are like ignoring it.
No, we're not ignoring it. You got from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. You can't be in the streets. If you have to go out, it's only to the store. Keep 6 feet distance, and you can't go visit relatives. Stuff like that. But you're allowed to go bike riding and jogging, and walk the dog.
Right, that sounds like the same stuff.
Yeah, but no, you said 11 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Like who's out there
11
anyway?
p.m. to 5 a.m. If you get caught driving the car or being outside, if you don't have a valid, excuse, you might get fined.
Why is the virus more dangerous at 11 p.m. rather than 3 in the afternoon? Like, what's the difference?
I don't think it has anything to do with the virus. It's probably people out there that are probably up to no good. Maybe junkies and there ain't a lot of junkies out here. More alcoholics. But
that's my issue with this time frame quarantine is I mean, most people in Florida were tired New Yorkers. They're in bed by 9 o'clock anyway.
Exactly. You know, I came here early in life. I should have never. I've been here 20 years. I'm in my 50s now. I should have came here maybe in my 70s.
That's right.
I gotta run. I gotta get the hell out of here. It's too hot.
Come back home, right? You're from here originally, right?
Yeah. New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Long Island. I live in all those places.
Wow.
Next stop for me is probably Pennsylvania.
So I kind of heard that people were, just driving to Florida for like what reason? I heard that there was like, problems with highways and turning people back from other states. Is that going on, or is that just like news?
Yeah. Anyone with New York plates, they're getting pulled over, and and they're quarantining them for about 14 days.
Wow.
And it's funny because I have New York cannoli in front of my plate that I keep, even though we have Florida, we have one plate in the back.
Right.
So the other day I was driving, and the cop was looking at my car, and I guess he saw the back plates at Florida, so he didn't pull me over.
Right, because you got New York written all over you.
Well, forget about it.
Hey, so what are you doing to keep yourself occupied during a time like this?
Well, I stacked up on a lot of KY jelly.
Well, thanks for that visual.
We ran out of sanitizer, so we mixed some vodka and KY jelly with a little bit of lemon. So I got 3 sons over here. But I think by the time June comes, we're gonna have babies crawling out of the drain pipe.
See, this is what happens when we're quarantined like this. We come up with stuff like this.
Oh man! I mean, you got to throw in some jokes, even though it's serious, it's scary.
Yeah,
but no disrespect.
Gets you through it.
Yeah.
Right. Got to keep laughing no matter what, man. Otherwise, it gets you. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The emotional part is just as important as staying physically healthy.
Yeah, exactly. At first, I was eating everything under the friggin' sink.
Yeah.
So now I cleaned the garage yesterday, 4 hours. It looked exactly the same that I friggin' left it. I think I moved everything from left to right and right to left. But we got the weight bench out, so let's see what happens.
That's great. And you got some exercise, so good for you.
Yeah. And a couple of people on my Facebook were doing a 20 push-up challenge.
Oh, yeah?
We're posting our videos, yeah. So, do whatever you can. If you could do 5, whatever. Hopefully, by the time this is over, I'll be up to 1,000 push-ups.
And you've done 20 so far?
I did 20. I did 22 in one shot.
Nice.
And I haven't done push-ups in like fucking 10 months.
Wow, I'm impressed. Very nice.
And 20 push-ups, and then I ate 25 cannolis.
So the Facebook page is what? What is it called? Cannoli King or?
Yeah, that's my personal one.
Right.
But everyone on the people that I associate with, we're throwing little videos of workouts and stuff. Just,
okay.
Just trying to see what everybody's doing and stuff.
All right. So we'll. And is this a daily thing? You're gonna go on again and try to do more push-ups?
Yeah. We're gonna do more, and then I think next stop I'm doing some videos because this is like jail, right? So we're gonna do jailhouse burpees.
Give us an example right now.
All right, so you drop down, you do a push-up, you jump up, you do like lunges, a jumping jack, drop back down, so forth and so on. You
know what a burpee is?
Oh, I'm thinking they're burping.
See, that's the thing. So Tony took that as just sitting around burping, just so you know.
That's all right. You could do that too.
Absolutely. Oh, so what is it then?
It's an exercise move. The kids are doing it in school now. Like instead of it's kind of like a Jack LaLanne thing where you do like a couple of things, and then you jump down, do a push up, stand up, jump
Google,
jack.
not Jack LaLanne. Come on, this
Jack
is like
LaLanne.
Sing style. This is more like Sing style. You gotta jump. You gotta bend over, jump, boom, boom in 3 seconds, so nobody runs in the back of you.
Oh, if Sallie's bending over here, she's definitely getting a boom boom.
I'm just thinking of Jack LaLanne in that one-piece onesie.
Of course
cool.
you are, you
Yeah.
freak.
Jack LaLanne ain't got nothing on me.
That's great. All right, well, I'm gonna check out video of you doing push-ups.
All right, God bless. Stay safe.
You
Thanks
too,
so much
pal.
for calling
Appreciate
in.
the call, man.
Call in again.
All right, bye-bye. Cannoli King, ladies and gentlemen, the Cannoli King, the one and only Cannoli King.
You know, I never even had a cannoli until like 5 years ago. Like I didn't even know what they were. They were in your script, like some like.
They're in my what?
It was in like there was some cannoli line in one of your scripts. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I'm Irish.
All right, well, I'm now redeemed for not knowing what a burpee is. How do you not know what a cannoli is?
I don't know. They're not big in the Irish world.
You grew up in New York.
Yeah, but my family, you know, there was a bakery down by Ramo's Pizza.
Your sister walks around playing Italian music.
She was married to an Italian for many, many, many years, but she's older than me. Like Cindy was out of the house by the time I was like 4 or 5 years old. So she had this whole Italian. By time, I think I left at like 18, Long Island. So 18, 19. So, yeah,
You're still here for 18 years. You're on Long Island. You should know what a cannoli is. No excuse.
No one sits around eating cannolis in houses other than, like, you know, people that go to bakeries and bring them home for their big Italian meals.
Joey Cola is watching. Joey, we were talking about your video before. Oh, we told everybody that you're going, that you're doing another live thing on Saturday. Hello, Joan Krupe Asher. Yeah, Valentina says, yeah, for sure now it's binge eating. Yeah, I agree, man.
I know, you got to stop.
We're all gaining weight, man.
I know. And the thing is like we're so afraid not to have enough food in the house that we keep going food shopping. But I think we're even buying more food than we normally do just because we're afraid we're not going to have the right bread and, you know.
I'm going to show 2 videos that Joey shared.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
2, I said.
2.
Italian music.
She was married to an Italian for many, many. Oh.
Been going all morning.
Make it louder.
Like crazy.
You're so bossy.
Trying to get as much done as I can.
Look at him go. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
If I ever get some paint, I'm going to be golden.
Just cracked up when I
All right. Let me stop, get some lunch, give it a second coat. Oh, missed the spot.
All right, now check out this other video, which I thought was cool. What's that? Boom! That's a cool trick right there. Watch it again. Isn't that cool? No? Why do you look confused? What's happening?
I don't know.
Why are you all confused?
I don't know. Is it magic?
Well, yeah, he made you think, it made it look like his hand was going through.
Yeah, I just wanted to see it a couple of times. So just like, didn't you want me to look at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm asking you why you were confused.
Did I say I was confused?
You had a confused look on your face. And you kind of did actually. You said, was that magic? So you kind of were confused.
Because you kept looking at me.
Because I kept looking at you.
Yeah. What's this face
Oh,
saying?
Sally's coming. Don't look.
What's my face saying now?
What'd you say, Sally? So you didn't think that was cool?
Yes.
Oh, you did.
That's why I watched it 3 times.
Right, but then you said, is it magic? So I thought you were confused.
I'm not.
Oh. Well, then why'd you say that?
Why are you still talking?
Because we're on the radio.
Ooh. All right, so what else we got? My first wife was Irish, and she didn't know what a cannoli was either.
Who said that? Where is it?
Felix.
And Felix is a chef.
Yeah, so like cannolis.
You didn't make any cannolis for her?
Cannolis are like a really big deal in the Italian world and nowhere else. Like it's like when you go to someone's house, you bring cannolis. Like no one else does that.
Cannoli King says, I'm sure you had an Irish cannoli. That she did. Really? That's just a New York thing? Or, well, wow, you turned up the heat in here, huh?
Yeah, I was a little cold. I'll turn it down.
Man. So you're saying it's just a New York thing that people bring, well, that's, that people, like when they go to, if I come to your house And like when people bring cake or cookies or something, you're saying it's just a New York thing. Will people bring cannolis too?
Well, I have noticed because I haven't spent a lot of time around Italian people, and
Racist.
I just never. Well, the thing about it is that and correct me if I'm wrong. If you're not Italian, especially
Wrong.
back in the day, I really don't think. I think Italian people are known for staying with their own families.
Oh, now you're just making.
I'm not being like
accusations.
mean or anything, but
Yeah, you
you don't see, especially 30, 40 years ago. Am I wrong? Like it always seemed to be like the Italian families just hung around with their own families and stuff. So it's not like but like if you go over to dinner to like someone's house, you would bring like a cake or you'd bring. Flowers, or you bring like a bottle of wine. But Italian people usually, they know the bakery that they go to. They have that, the box with the little,
They bring the
white
Italian
and red string
food from the Italian bakery,
and
then
there's cookies or cannolis.
and they bring only Italian people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I'm wrong.
An Irish person, nope, you're not allowed in. Get out.
You have nothing to say about this.
Hey! Some of my closest friends. I was the best man for Mia and Joe.
Yeah.
Mia's Italian, completely Italian, and Joe is not. And they've been married 24 years.
All right. So you've been friends with Joey since elementary school.
I
and
have.
He's Irish. How many times did her family come over to your house or your family to her house? For like dinner
So,
when you were kids, like did Joey's mom come over to your house for dinner?
Joey's mom and my mom were have been friends since they were kids.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Did she come over for dinner though?
I don't know.
No, she did
Well,
not.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she did not.
You're just racist. You're alive in the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
This is Felix. How are you?
Hey, Felix. What are you doing?
Hey, Felix.
Hey, I just want to defend Sallie. What she's saying is a lot of it is very true.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
but you're coming from you, an Italian person, so you're just one of these racist Italians that Sally's referring to.
No, what it is I met my wife when I was young, and I wasn't a chef or anything then. And
Was she Italian?
no, not at all. This is Ryan's mother I'm talking about.
Okay, but that's my point right there. You hooked up with
Yeah.
a non-Italian person.
Right. She was mostly Irish, and she had a little bit of German. Right?
And did anyone in your family say like, isn't there a nice Italian girl you could fall in love with?
Yes, in fact,
Thank you.
I had
No
a
one
great
in my
uncle.
family ever said, "Can't
Right.
you find a nice Irish boy?" No one ever
Right.
says that in the Irish family.
Right. I had a
They weren't
great
even there.
uncle.
You have a what? I'm sorry?
I had a great uncle
Yeah.
when I was younger. My Uncle Paul, and
Uncle Paulie!
he wanted to set me up with this a friend of his daughter. Okay, that's how they used to do it back then. They used to try to, this was before you had the computer dating and all this other stuff.
Yeah, right.
So they always try to keep it all in an Italian family, and if you're Sicilian, it's even better if the person is Sicilian. Okay, that you hook up with. I'm dead serious, Tony. This is like true.
Like
I know.
Zesto's just said, you're right, Sally. The Catholic Church has a lot to do with keeping that only family, family thing. Okay.
All right. So when I met my wife, I had to please my Uncle Paul by trying to go see this woman or whatever. But I really liked my wife, so I told him I wouldn't do it. And I guess he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You're giving up." The guy, his friend, owned like 6 pizzerias, and guy only had he had like 3 sons and 1 daughter, and the daughter, he was trying to hook up me with. And he said, he used to tell me, you should go out with her. The father will get you a house. You'll drive a nice car,
Wow.
you'll be all set, like with the family. That's how they used to do it back then.
Yeah.
But I met my wife. I really liked her and everything. And what? My wife is home, so she's like listening to my story.
Oh.
So my second wife.
Right.
Yeah, this is going to go over really big.
But that's
Right. So anyway, so when I met my wife, she didn't even know what a cappuccino was.
really.
Didn't even. I swear to God.
And she was a Long Island girl.
Yeah, from Montauk.
Wow.
She didn't know what it.
I
her
never
family,
heard of
she-
cappuccino either until
Right.
Starbucks.
She had she had 2 older brothers and 3 sisters. Right. So it was a big family. The father was a steam fitter. You know the whole story, right, Sallie? You know, from Montauk and everything. You know, and what happened was we were going out, and she didn't know what a cappuccino was. I would take her to Italian restaurants. The only thing she liked was like ravioli. That was it, you know.
Yeah.
And like when it came to pastries, she didn't know what a cannoli was. She didn't know a sfogliatella or anything like that because Sallie's right. It's within the Italian families, you bring that over. Like, you know, when they invite you to dinner, you have to bring the pastries. If you don't bring the pastries, then there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
right,
not
yeah.
like in the Irish, it's like bring wine or flowers, maybe a cake. Like no one even
Right.
Or beer.
requires anything.
I mean, I
Or
can't
a
even
keg.
think of a dessert I had over at my in-laws' house at the time. I can't even think of it. I think maybe like apple pie, something very simple. You know, they didn't
Apple pie's
go
good.
into whatever. They didn't go into all that stuff. And even like the cannolis, like my wife didn't even really like the cannolis. It's too rich. It's like too rich for people
Yeah,
that
it's
never had
too
that
sugary.
before.
Like to me, it's like
Yeah.
like someone takes icing and shoves it in a like crepe that breaks all apart. You're like, hey, this is great.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, you know, if you didn't grow up on them, a lot of people don't really like all that pastry because it is rich and everything like that. you
Yeah,
know?
I remember one time we were doing a murder mystery, and they usually feed the crew, like it's usually a buffet or something before we do a show, and so there were these. The dessert was a cannoli, but it was actually ice cream, and so it was
Right.
really good. And so I said that to Eric. I was like, "Oh my goodness, cannoli!" And it's actually tastes good. It's ice cream. And he just looks at me and he goes, "That's not a cannoli."
That's right. And
Right,
see that? And he's not even really that much Italian. He knew. He knew.
Yeah,
he,
but I mean,
he looked
we have-
disgusted at me, like that's not
Right.
a cannoli.
But now, Felix,
I
you
mean-
but you didn't even learn your lesson then because now your wife, now your lovely wife, because she's better.
Than the first one, because
Right.
we're trying to save you. 'cause
Yes,
you're
we
in
are
a lot
trying
of
to save
trouble.
you. We heard her
Thank
yelling
you.
in the
I appreciate
background.
that.
But now
Well,
she-
see, now that,
She's
go ahead.
not Italian
Go ahead.
either, right?
Right. So again, like it was like going through the same thing all over again, you know. But my wife now, Harriet, who I love more than anything,
Smart man.
she you know she had a good understanding of the Italian culture. You know what I mean?
Ah.
And in fact, when I first started talking to her on the computer on Plenty of Fish, I would say something in Italian, and she would like, you know, respond in Italian to what I
Nice.
said, and I thought that was like incredible.
Is that how you flirted with her? You were talking Italian to her?
Yeah, yeah. But
Ooh.
then I learned to realize that you could get translation off the computer and everything like that.
Well, it's the fact that she cared enough to do that.
Right, exactly. She went out of her way to do that, you know. So when we met, I mean, you know, she kind of knew what a cannoli was, but did not. Again, her culture was not into all those pastries and everything like that, you know.
And you introduced her to your cannoli, and she was a new woman after that.
Yeah, pretty much. But now she's back again the way she was. So in her family, fruit is very popular.
To
Like,
bring for like
they
you
like-
bring fruit over to people's homes.
Well, they like pies, like apple pie. They like other types of fruit pies. You know, like those fruit tarts you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, with the cream and the
like
strawberries and stuff like
For
that.
the
That's what
Irish,
they like.
if we go over to people's homes, we'll bring like, you know, a coffee cake, like a crumb cake, because people will
Right,
have
yeah.
like dinner and then they'll have like coffee and then we'll bring
Yeah,
out the
but-
coffee cake, and that's what's popular.
Yeah, but the Italians, and Eric has talked about it before, the Irish, they bring a soda bread or a coffee cake, then they bring a bunch of beer, they end up fighting 3 hours later, and then an hour after that, they're hugging each other and crying.
I don't know
Yes.
if that's true. I mean,
Yes,
when
it
I was
is.
When I was with my first wife, it was like every Thanksgiving we'd be over my brother-in-law's house in Montauk, you know, and everybody was there, and then they would start drinking like after dinner, pretty much, And I used to time it. They always used to have a fight between my two brother-in-laws. Like they always used to have a fight,
Like punching fights, right?
like by 10 o'clock.
Yep.
It was like something that would happen, an incident. They'd argue about I don't know what, and they'd have a fight, and then that was it. All the fun was over. You know what I mean?
So you're just disputing the fact that after the fight that they all make up and start joking and singing together.
Exactly. It doesn't happen like that mostly. But what happens is the next day they wake up, they forget about the fight, 'cause
Right.
they don't remember, and
That's
then
right.
they're all back together again.
Right.
But I could time it. It was always my
Better than
first
the
wife-
Italians that like they're dead to me, and you never talk to them again. Like that's mature.
Well, that's true too. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's
Could you at least
but
give me
that's
a
not-
memo about why I'm dead to
But
you?
that's not the norm. That doesn't happen in like every family gathering. Like you Irish just start
because
punching.
people aren't invited anymore because
right.
they're dead to
So
them.
they eliminated
Eliminated
having
without
that
you
We
even
take 'em out.
knowing. Yeah.
Take them out.
Yeah, they eliminate the negativity by
At
not
least
having
Irish
that
would just
person.
punch you right in the face and be done with it.
Where's Uncle Phil? He's gone. He's done. He's forget it.
That's right.
He's
He's
gone.
gone.
He's dead to
gone.
me.
He left with some woman. That's
He's
usually
gone.
the excuse.
He went to the farm. He's gone.
Right. But I'm just saying that like with my wife, my wife at the time, she's an identical twin. Ryan's mother's an identical twin, right? So her husband used to always have a fight with like her brother every Thanksgiving.
Right.
They get high, they drink, whatever, and I don't even know what they used to fight about.
They don't
I
either.
Well, what's that?
They don't either.
They don't either. To this day, I'm sure it still happens, because, I'm not there now, obviously, but I do know, when I talk to Brian, some of those things still happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Shocking.
it.
Poor Ryan. Probably was like, yeah.
That's why Ryan never touches cannolis or alcohol. He learned a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
the
he's
worst
scarred
of
between the
both.
Italians disappearing and the Irish fighting. He's all
He's
scarred.
very,
like-
very torn.
He's like,
you know?
I'm
He
just going to
doesn't even
sit
wanna-
here and eat my cheese sandwich.
Right. He doesn't even want to know anything about cultures, what he has.
Yeah.
He is culture neutral as far as he's concerned.
That's great, though.
Cool.
Yeah, because I used to say, Ryan, man, it was like St. Patrick's Day, remember? And I'm like, come on, get it with it. He doesn't care. He won't wear green. He just wears whatever he wants to wear,
Yeah.
And same thing with Italian. I'm like, come on, Ryan, you want the cannoli? You want this? He's like, no, I don't. I don't want that.
But he's a good boy, that Ryan.
He
We
is.
love Ryan.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
his birthday is actually Wednesday.
Oh,
so
wow. Happy
tomorrow?
birthday, Ryan.
April 1st. That's
Oh,
my
tomorrow.
April
Oh.
Fool right there. Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old is he? 23.
25.
25.
No,
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
amazing. Yeah, 25.
Time flies, man. All
It
right,
does. Well, you guys
yeah.
got kids.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it. And I'm looking forward to that thing you were talking about with the
Oh, good.
at home.
You're going to do it, right? Because just yesterday we got the email from you saying how bored you are. So this this will work for you, right?
Yeah, what I wanted to know is like a way of bypassing you to get onto Governor's page to post some stuff because
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep bothering you, But I didn't get that email though about broadcasting yet. I don't know if
Okay.
you
I'll
did it. Yeah.
all right. I'll give me some time this afternoon. I'll get it to you later on this afternoon.
Hey, listen, Tony.
Yes, sir.
I got all the time in the world right now. It's okay.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for the call, Felix.
Yeah,
Thanks, Felix.
talk to you guys again. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, call again.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
man.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Chef Felix from Let's Eat Long Island here on govsradio.com. I just want to like to point out, Joey Petroni is watching.
Hey, Joey.
Joey, we were talking about you quite a bit yesterday on our show because we watched Don Sill's show on Saturday, and we saw how you are being careful, yet being very helpful, driving around, delivering meals, and doing what you can to help people out. So you're a good man, Joey Petroni, and it's an honor to know you. You're a good man.
Yeah, we knew that about him already.
He's a
but
good guy.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so it is
Yes, Tony Walker.
11:53.
Okay.
You have stuff still, or can I do trivia, which would probably take us over a few minutes?
Let's do trivia, take over a few minutes, and then call it.
All right. And yeah, because I don't even have my usual. I don't have a lot of trivia questions today. I only have about half.
Because he
of the usual
started. He
questions.
started. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing before the show?" And he's like, "Well, I'm putting trivia together." I'm like, "Trivia?" I'm like, "You're just gonna sit around and look at me and quiz me?" And he's like, "No, everyone will play." And I'm like, "Well, why don't you just do like 3 and roll it out to them?" And you were like, "No, shut up."
No, I didn't. No, I wanted to do the usual amount. I thought I had a bunch of trivia questions and I can't find them.
Oh,
So I just last minute. Well, when we used to do our Facebook show before we were here at Gov's Radio, it was always just me
it was
and the
you
guest.
and the guest.
All right, so what's the difference though? It's still one person.
Yeah, but I always felt for them. Like,
But it
oh, you
wasn't.
poor
But
guest.
we didn't put them. We're not putting you or we didn't put that person on the spot. It's for everybody, and people will, our friends here will chime in with their answers.
Get on with it.
Oh my God! First question. Doing some random trivia. Feel free to type in your answers. There's no prizes, but we're just having fun. First question. First question might be a hard one. You have to be kind of a local person, a Long Islander, possibly. Well, maybe a little bit. Joey Petroni says, thank you. You're welcome, pal. Greg, yeah, right. DiFilippo. Greg DiFilippo is a trivia master. He's right.
He is pretty good.
Yep. All right. First question is a hard one. Who is the first person to ever host a Facebook Live?
And they're on Long Island?
They are on Long Island.
Is it a famous person?
Well,
Or is it just someone like, the person who runs Grumman? Or you know what I mean?
well, it's hard to say.
Okay, a couple of questions. Is it music related or acting related?
More acting related, but that doesn't really help.
Is it a comedian?
No.
Um,
Thank you, Joey Petroni. He says, you and Sallie keep sanity in our day. Thank you, pal.
I
That's
feel
nice.
that way about Joey. He's so normal.
He is normal.
I really.
He doesn't look normal. No, I'm kidding. No, because he does. He walks in, with all that hair and the leather, and you're like, holy shit, I'm going to die.
Yeah,
But then he's like the sweetest guy.
the sweetest.
The sweetest.
Yeah.
He's not the answer, by the way.
Oh,
But I thought it was apropos with everybody doing live streaming. I thought that was a cool question to ask.
all right. What's your next one?
Okay, Greg DiFilippo, it is not me.
Oh, you didn't shut up the phone lines.
All right, well, we'll take this one. Yeah. You're on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hello, what's up, guys?
Hello,
Good.
DJ D-Love.
Dead man.
How are you today?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. We're getting ready to we're going to be signing off in a minute. So you got a little music for us, and then we'll let you go.
Yes, I got a little song. Actually, I got a little song for you guys.
Go ahead.
Here it goes. Well, okay, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just home chilling. I'm trying to stay away from that virus. Man, I don't know what I'm doing next, man. I'm just bugging, chilling. Yo, G-Love's popping, making videos, man. I don't know what I'm doing next, man. I'm just bugging, chilling with my friends on Cubs Radio. Man, if you don't like us, get the hell out of here, man. If you like this, it's okay to stay, man. I'm just bugging, chilling, staying home, making videos all day long. What you guys up to, man? I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, TJ D-Love says, peace, bro.
Very nice. DJ D-Love.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that part.
yeah.
Get the hell out of here. I like that.
And I got a question for you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
When I call in tomorrow, I'm gonna do a little DJ stuff for you guys tomorrow. Do you mind?
No, that's fine. That'll be totally fine.
Okay, good. We'll call you guys tomorrow at the same time. I have my stuff ready and going. Then we'll play some music for you guys.
Sounds good. Thank you, D-Love.
You're welcome. All know what to say, right? 3, 2, 1. Booyah!
Booyah, deuces! There you go. DJ D-Love. Thank you, pal, for that. Alec Baldwin, some good guesses coming in. Mike Del Judas. Leo Getz. Was it Leo Getz? You're all wrong. Okay. Next question. Another social media question. Hashtags. The hashtag symbol actually has a name. What is that name? What is it called? The hashtag symbol is called a what?
Isn't it the number symbol? No?
Well, that's the symbol I'm talking about.
Yeah,
What's it
okay.
called?
All right.
And it actually has a name. Did you have a guess for the first question?
Well, I was trying to see, it's not a comedian. It's first Facebook Live. I don't know. Did anyone guess that?
There were some good guesses. I did not see the correct answer anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, what's the third one?
All right. Okay. Felix, this question is for you. You guys know how the tall pleated hat that a chef wears, it just kind of goes straight up like that?
Yeah.
But if you look closely, it has folds.
Right.
Like not ridges, but like folds.
Like a curtain.
Yes, thank you, like a curtain. There's 100 folds on a chef's hat.
Okay.
Why? What does that represent? Sally's scratching her face.
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know
Why
what I mean?
100? Like, is it
Yeah.
just a to give 100% in your cooking?
It's actually a good guess. No.
Fourth question.
Some cats, true or false? True or false? Some cats are allergic to people. True or false?
Really? Well, it'd have to be true. Otherwise, why would you bring it up?
Oh, all right. Next question. About how many grapes go into one bottle of wine? Multiple choice question. How many grapes go into one bottle of wine?
A lot.
Is it 500 grapes? Is it 700 grapes? Is it 1,000 grapes? Go into making one bottle of wine.
700.
700, you say. All right. Last question. Apropos, as we were talking about Joey Cola, because Joey Cola makes a living from warming up audiences on TV shows. Name the very first TV show to tape in front of a live audience. You know how you always hear that in the beginning of a lot of shows?
Yeah, like the Mike Douglas show or something.
Well, no, not a talk show.
Oh.
Like the sitcoms.
Oh, all right.
Taxi is filmed in front of a live audience. That, those Three's Company was filmed before a live studio audience.
Dick Van Dyke or something like that.
But that's your guess, Dick Van Dyke?
I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know.
All right, you keep thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to go back and look at some of the answers. Greg DiFilippo heard that Chris Savini wants to partner up with DJ D Love. I'd love to see that. Taz says, man, be bugging. Bugging or chilling, says Danielle Asher. It's like the weather. Let's see. Okay, the two... Zesto says this is called a pound. Daniel Asher also saying pound sign. Taz is agreeing. Greg DiFilippo says all the folds in the hat represents how many times the chef has cut himself. It represents the Benjamins, says Ken Pichelle. Greg DiFilippo says the cat. Oh, Taz. But they both say the cat being allergic to people is true. Greg DiFilippo. Oh, Daniel Asher also says true. Felix says he has no clue what that means. Felix. Greg DiFilippo says it takes 1,000 grapes to make a bottle of wine. Joan Groupie Asher agrees. Hello, Bobby Inns. Hello, Bobby Inns. Bobby's watching. That's like who wants to be a millionaire question, says Zestos. Taz also says 1,000. Cannoli King says, how many licks does it get to the cannoli cream? That's a good question. Let's see. Morton Downey was the first show in front of a live audience. Remember when that show came on? That was, 89, 88? He was like the first show to have, all the guests in the audience like fist fighting with each other. What a train wreck that show was. That guy was something else. And now he's dead. I would crush the grapes to make your wine, says Ken Pichelle. I would crush the grapes
Tom
to make
Galati
your wine.
should know the answer to that because he makes his own wine.
That's true. Oh, Bobby Inns says I Love Lucy was the first show. Gina Conjemi Coffin says All in the Family. Joan Croupier says Milton Berle. Felix says I Love Lucy. Zesto says That Girl. Wow, that's an interesting choice. Bobby Inns is taking his answer back and saying The Honeymooners. Chris Savini is now watching.
That's a
Hello,
good guess.
Chris Savini. Chris, when are you doing one of your DJ shows again? We've been enjoying them. We've been sharing them on Gov's Radio. Okay, I will give you the answers. ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with your answers. The first person to do a Facebook Live show. Some of you know her. Some of you know her. Sallie knows her. We've talked about her a lot. She's called in a couple of times. Donna Drake.
No way, really?
Way.
That's so cool.
Donna Drake hosts a show called Live It Up. It's on TV, what is it, Saturday mornings?
Saturday mornings.
But you can find it all over the internet. It's a great show. I've had the pleasure of being on there a few times. It's a show that my son works on. She's great. Donna's great. She's class and just a lot of fun. She interviews a lot of interesting people, a lot of celebrities. It's called Live It Up with Donna Drake. She was the very first person to do a Facebook Live show ever. The hashtag symbol is not called the pound sign. I mean, on a telephone, it's considered a pound sign. But it's actually called an octothorpe. Octothorpe.
Are there 8 lines or something?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 lines.
That's bullshit.
Well, you can call the hashtag octothorpe people. The tall pleated hat on a chef has 100 folds that represent, I can't believe Felix didn't know this. It represents the 100 different ways to cook an egg.
Get out of here. I believe you.
Chris Savini is going to be live tonight. What time, pal? Oh, 8 o'clock. There you go. Oh, Bobby Inns has gone back to Lucy. Taz was saying the honeymooners. Okay. Danielle knows Donna Drake. There you go. Danielle Asher knows Donna Drake. She's great. Look her up. Some cats, it is true, some cats are allergic to people. And I think I might be.
Allergic to people?
Yeah. Sallie gets this thing like when it's time to go, man, she's done. She's done. Look at her squirming. We should just sit here and stare at her.
I have to go to Trader Joe's.
All right, we got time. We got nothing but time. About how many grapes goes into making one bottle of wine?
A lot of people said 1,000.
Well, those people would be wrong.
I was right.
Of course, the Irish person knows that it takes about 700 grapes
alcohol
to make one bottle of wine. Octothorpe. Yes, that's correct, Taz.
Oh, that's why. So it's not pronounced O-C.
Well, it's spelled. It's spelled O. She's doing
she's doing phonetically?
Yeah.
Oh. Octothorpe. Okay.
Each line has 2 ends.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Are you for real? Is that why? All right.
Yeah, he's right about that.
Okay. All right. I feel better. I take my bullshit comment back.
Wow. Who would have thought that, Chris, that you would know that with that Hicksville education? Okay. So, hi, Jeff Bosey. I don't know if we said hi to Jeff at all today. He's been watching and commenting and stuff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Last question. Bobby Inns, good thing you took your original answer back. I Love Lucy was the very first TV show filmed in front of a live studio TV audience.
Nice.
That is my last question
That's
of the day.
That's a good question.
Let's see. Chris has been awesome. My neighbors hate me. I crank up his set on my pool deck at night, pounding out the neighborhood. That's cool. Well, get back, Honky Cat, says Kent Bichelle. Why is he quoting Elton John? I don't know what that's about. But there you go. Whoops. Those are our trivia questions. It's Trivia Tuesday. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for checking out our show today. Did you shut us off already?
No.
Oh. So today is Tuesday. What do we got? I think we have nothing for the rest of the day, right? No, we're done for today. I don't know if Anthony's doing his show tonight or not on his thing. Go watch Chris Savini tonight at 8 o'clock. He DJs live for you guys. It's a lot of fun. He plays some cool music. He's a great DJ. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. here on govsradio.com. Don't forget govsradio.com. You can catch our shows on your Roku, on your Fire Stick, on your smart TVs. Just go to an app called Boxcast, and that's where you can find us, as well as Facebook and YouTube and our website. If you like to go to our website, there's advertising time available. Of course, right now that's a little weird, but we'll be back. Currently booking shows. You can contact us at govsradio.com if you have any questions, any suggestions, any complaints, anything you'd like to talk to us about. Or you can contact us directly at govsradio@optimum.net. We're also the audio for our shows is on Spotify. And don't forget teespring.com, where we are selling our swag, the mugs and the hats and the shirts and the socks and all the good stuff with the Govs Radio logo on it. Or you can get it, or you can get your favorite radio show on the other side. There you go. I think we're done, right?
Yep.
Hang on, just let me. Easy. I wanted to know. I asked Ken Pichelle why he was quoting Elton John, and I haven't. He didn't answer. Danielle Asher is asking why. I don't know who she's talking to. All right. Stay safe, peeps, says Carol Miner. You two guys, again, thank you very much for everything. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, we won't see you tomorrow at 11. Danielle and Eric, Danielle, have you figured out your tech stuff? Are you ready to go? Danielle and Eric, live tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Everybody be safe. And Sallie and I will be back